Okay, we can start now. This is our seventh Asia Network meetings. We have completed 6 meetings, which are really successful, and the meetings are part of the incubating feminist AI project that our center, the Center for Science, Technology, and Society, has been organizing for this is our second year already, and this time we are really excited to host 2 speakers from the Feminist AI Hackathon event, which was held last February, and they are the winning team of the hackathon, and I would like to invite them to talk about their project later on. But before that, I would like to tell us something about the incubating feminist AI project and the feminist AI hackathon event. The project is funded by the International Development Research Center in Canada, and the objective is to find ways in which AI, the power of AI, could be harnessed in order to promote the kind of society with gender equality. So this is a very challenging question, because when we talk about gender equality and feminist issues, there are very complex concepts, and AI being technical and engineering project and so on, AI itself does not know much or does not know anything about feminist issues or the social context in which we live. They are just codes, as we all know. So the challenge is to find ways in which AI on the one hand, the mathematical concepts and the mathematical algorithms on the one hand, and the complex social issues on the other hand, are put together in order that the power of AI can really contribute to a better society in a concrete way. So we have done a lot of projects, and there are a lot of details about the project. And if you are interested, I'm going to send you the main website of the project, which is here. It's A Plus Alliance .org, A Plus Alliance.org. So this is the main website of the project, and the project consists of 3 main hubs representing 3 main continents in the world, representing the global South. One is our hub here in Southeast Asia, so we call the hub Southeast Asia Hub. And the another hub is based in the Middle East area in Jordan and Lebanon, that area of the world. So we call it MENA, Middle East and Near East, Near Eastern Asia. And then the third hub represents Latin America, and they are based in Costa Rica and Mexico and other countries in Latin America. And we all think of activities in order to promote gender equality with AI. So how best to use AI to promote this kind of better society. And last February, we organized what we call the Feminist AI Hackathon event, and we invited the public to join. Anybody could apply. We set up a challenge for the hackathon, how best AI could be harnessed in order to promote gender equality, especially in Thailand, because we organized the event in Thailand using the Thai language. So it's a bit local, which is different from the overall tenor of the project, which is international. But you know, due to some limitations, we thought that it would be best to organize the event in Thai and using Thai language. So 8 teams applied for the event, representing about 30 people, and we were kind of surprised because at first nobody applied. We put up the call for you know, proposals for the event, and for the first few weeks nobody applied, and it was only in the last day before the deadline, before the time of the deadline, that all the teams kind of applied at the same time. So we were excited and relieved that in the end 8 teams applied, and we spent 2 full days doing the activity, finding ways to meet the objectives of the hackathon. And the event was held on the 7th and 8th of February last year. And before that, for about a week, we had a series of preliminary lectures about inclusive AI and feminist issues in AI and so on. So as to lay the groundwork and the background, so to speak, for the participating teams, so that they had some background idea to participate. And we had our winner, and the winning team is here. So we are going to talk with the winning team about their project from the hackathon. I would like to introduce the 2 members of the winning team. The first one is Supanat. He's here. You can see him. He is a recent graduate of the Faculty of Psychology from Chulalongkorn University, and he is interested in AI ethics. And he just out of the blue contacted me saying that he would like to become my assistant in the research project on AI ethics. So we had you know, conversations, and then we got to know each other quite well. He's interested in psychological issues surrounding AI ethics. And the other member of the team is Parima or Nadia. Her nickname is Nadia, from Boston, Massachusetts. She's Thai, but she is studying in a high school in the Phillips Academy in Boston. And she somehow got to know myself and my work, and she just contacted me that she was interested, saying that she was interested in my work, and she was interested in the hackathon event. So she, and during that time, she had the opportunity of coming back to Thailand. So she participated in the event, and Supanat and Parima got to know each other, so they formed the team. So I would like to invite both of you to talk about your project. And the project, by the way, is called Eudaimonium, which is a very interesting topic. So who would like to talk first? Supanat?
Yes,
or
and
Nadia?
or shall we start the presentation right now?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Yeah.
Okay, let Nadia will share the screen.
Yeah, great.
Okay, does this work?
Yeah, the screen looks good.
Thank you.
So, hi, my name is Nadia, and my partner's name is Supannat, and today we'll be presenting about our hackathon project named Eudaimonium. So eudaimonic translates to happiness and was referenced by Aristotle to mean the highest human good. The motivation behind the development of this application stems from an insightful examination conducted by Sherry Turkle, which explores the influence of AI and technology on human relationships. A pivotal phrase that resonated with us during the design process is, "We end up expecting more from technology, but less from each other." This apparent contradiction arises from concerns surrounding AI, particularly in the realm of social media, where it portrays an idealized concept of friendship while eroding the authenticity of our connections with friends, loved ones, and family. Turkle warns us about the potential repercussions of technology, highlighting how we derive continuous satisfaction from online interactions, often at the expense of genuine engagement. Although we engage in conversations with a multitude of individuals, the content we exchange tends to lack depth and meaning, often being shortened and simplified. While we now have greater opportunities to meet and encounter new people, these encounters are often perceived as transient and easily abandoned when a more captivating prospect emerges. In reality, these new experiences may not necessarily surpass the value of our existing relationships, leading to a relationship with less, characterized by a lack of genuine human interaction. For instance, online friends devoid of true commitment can be effortlessly terminated with a single click. Consequently, establishing and sustaining meaningful connections in today's digital landscape becomes a formidable challenge. Furthermore, users' unwavering infatuation with their communication devices renders them obvious to the negative consequences stemming from excessive usage. These devices have effectively influenced users to adopt new habits, reshaping their environment and altering their relationships with those around them to align with the state of constant online connectivity. Unfortunately, if this behavior develops into an addiction, it can result ultimately in the phenomenon known as hikikomori. The significance of understanding the role and influence of social media platforms in today's society extends beyond the insights offered by Turkle. Recent research, such as the 2022 study titled Extended Loneliness, When Hyperconnectivity Makes Us Feel Alone, explores the negative effects of constant online connectivity, which can lead to a feeling of extended loneliness. This implies that, in addition to experiencing loneliness due to the inability to physically interact with others, individuals also struggle to form meaningful relationships in the digital realm. Given this context, our research team poses the question, why does the abundance of social media platforms in the world fail to alleviate people's feelings of loneliness? And why does the quest for being a partner become particularly challenging? When it comes to seeking relationships, Tinder is often considered as a popular dating and socializing app where users can meet new people, make friends, and go on dates. Despite its widespread use and popularity, and even the features Tinder has enacted to cater to its base of users in Thailand, Tinder does not effectively solve the problems that associated with relationships. While some people have found connections through the app, many others face great challenges and difficulties in their relationships when using Tinder or similar apps. In our next phase of analysis, we will focus on examining Tinder as a primary example to gain a deeper understanding of these issues and find solutions.
Thank you, Nadia. Okay, first of all, I would like to start from Tinder from a business perspective. Tinder is a popular dating app that comes to mind for many people, generating $1.6 billion in revenue in 2021. It has 75 million monthly active users and 9.6 million subscribers in the same year. Additionally, the majority of Tinder's users, 66%, are under 35 years old, indicating that teenagers and young adults make up the largest user group. Tinder belongs to a group of companies called Match Group, which includes other apps such as Hinge, Plenty of Fish, The League, OkCupid, and Match.com. These apps share a common feature of creating profiles for selection or matching. Tinder, in particular, holds a market share of over 32% in the United States and shows similar trends in many other parts of the world. Although online dating has become the most popular way for homosexual people to find partners and the second most popular method for heterosexual people after meeting through friends, there are still significant concerns associated with Tinder and other similar dating apps. These issues, particularly concerning race, gender, substance abuse, and safety, greatly impact several communities that use Tinder and similar dating apps. In the following analysis, we will examine those consequences. Tinder, developed by Sean Rad and Justin Martin, was designed to address the issue of rejection faced by men from women. As revealed in its pitch decks, also known as Matchbox, research suggests that the concept of using profile picture as a medium for matchmaking aligns with a male-dominated approach to dating. This implies that placing importance on initiating relationships based on external appearance corresponds to Tinder's emphasis on physical attractiveness. In a culture where men prioritize physical appeal over other positive traits related to gender, it is important to note that women, on the other hand, also consider other factors such as other positive attributes and socioeconomic status. However, the emphasis on external appearance is linked to the tendency of male users to form biased judgment towards female individuals or women with limited information. Users deemed conventionally attractive will be automatically viewed and treated more positively. This creates a pressure places on women to present an idealized physical image to receive such approval from the male gaze, and distort the profile picture to enhance attractiveness, which has become normalized. Thus, as aligned with the male perspective, because physical appeal motivates the primary means of finding a partner implies that such dating apps promote the male-oriented approach described that prioritizes external appearance and does not give importance to the female perspective. The impact of using dating apps extends beyond women to include the LGBT community. Although these apps serve as a primary channel for queer individuals to connect, they face certain consequences. Notably, queer women often experience marginalization when using apps like Tinder, which lack a dedicated space for them to foster a sense of community and belongings, as much queer visibility is centered on white gay men. Similarly, transgender individuals, including those who identify as trans or non-binary, encounter difficulties in finding diverse relationship opportunities through dating apps, primarily due to the absence of inclusive physical spaces tailored to their identities. Moreover, concerns related to lack of inclusivity emerge for trans individuals. A dating app typically limits gender selection to male or female, and preference selection to male or female also, thus failing to provide sufficient inclusivity for transgender users. Consequently, this contributes to gender-based marginalization within communities that do not conform strictly to binary gender norms. Trans individuals often face discrimination from cisgender heterosexual users and other queer individuals within the gender binary on these platforms, resulting in a form of dual discrimination. Hence, the use of dating apps among the gay community can lead to stigmatization and ultimately contribute to feelings of isolation. Besides issues surrounding the need to present oneself as attractive on dating apps, individuals face various tensions correlated to factors like ethnicity, social class, gender expressions, and physical appearance. In addition, excessive swiping on these platforms lead to social comparison, a fear of remaining single, and sense of overwhelm. stemming from an abundance of choices, ultimately leading to a decline in real-life interactions. Interestingly, despite the assertion of being an app that facilitates partner search, friendship, conversation, and meetings, its underlying algorithm does not align with these claims. Instead, the algorithm's impact is reflected in behavior like boredom, ghosting, and being flaky, influenced by collaborative filtering algorithms that analyze user swiping patterns alongside popular profiles while eliminating certain ones. This flawed approach fails to present suitable match, causing users to swipe repeatedly with skepticism, doubting their chance of finding the right person and encountering matches they can trust. Consequently, this cycle fosters frustration and distress, stemming from a profit-oriented system fueled by data to perpetuate continuous user engagement. Okay, next we will talk about the effect of Instagram. Okay, apart from Tinder, another important application used to build relationships is Instagram. Although Instagram is different because it doesn't focus so much on dating, but rather fostering various kinds of relationships. It comes with the drawback of engaging in our social comparison. This entails comparing oneself to others based on metrics such as likes, followers, or comments, resulting in dissatisfaction within one's own online relationship. Such social comparisons have been linked to adverse effects on mental well-being, including diminished self-esteem, heightened anxiety, and feeling of isolation. Specifically, among female users, engaging in our social comparisons has been associated with decreased body satisfaction and an augmented aspiration for an idealized appearance. Consequently, it can be contended that the user of currently existing dating or connection-seeking applications in the present era do not effectively serve their purpose and even lead to harmful consequences. Therefore, our team must endeavor to redefine and cultivate a genuine comprehension of relationships before embarking on the development of new applications.
Based on the issues highlighted by our team, the key points can be summarized as follows. Firstly, online social media applications, particularly those that rely on and focus on the heterosexual male perspective that centers visual appearance, contribute to the objectification of individuals and perpetuate gender biases. Secondly, the prevalence of comparison and social ranking increases the risk of being judged or evaluated based on societal norms and prejudices. Lastly, the design of current online dating apps, initially targeting specific groups before expanding their user base, has led to feelings of loneliness and a lack of fulfilling relationships. To foster an environment of healthy connection, we propose the adoption of John Rawls' philosophy, which underscores the role of philosophy in assisting individuals in navigating their social environment. Through philosophical reflection, individuals can contemplate their meaning of their social membership and establish a framework for addressing divisive questions, thereby promoting coexistence among people from diverse backgrounds. However, achieving inclusivity necessitates embracing the impartial principle known as the veil of ignorance, as advocated for by John Rawls. This principle entails removing irrelevant information, such as gender and desired relationships, to concentrate on the fundamental aspects of just a social structure. With this objective in mind, we present our mission statement. Our objective is to address the challenge of building meaningful relationships in today's fast-paced digital world. Eudaimonium provides a platform that diminishes the emphasis on gender, enabling users to forge their own significant relationships online, facilitated by a moderator bot companion. In this context, the term "a space that decenters gender" refers to a platform where gender ceases to be a defining factor, thereby reducing the impact of prejudicial stereotypes. Conversations on this platform revolve around shared human interests, laying the groundwork for meaningful relationships. The term cherished relationships denotes connections that are profound and meaningful, which defy simple definition. These relationships are characterized by mutual support and are devoid of objectification based on visual appearance or sexual objectification. Our objective is to provide individuals from all groups, genders, and ethnicities with access to a community that fosters mutual support and contributes to positive social change within their respective social spheres. Moving forward, regardless of the trajectory that relationships may take, individuals will have the autonomy to shape those relationships in pursuit of common goals valued by the social group. Utilizing AI as an advocate is crucial to attaining this vision, employing the following application formats and models.
Okay, next will be the application demo. Firstly, after downloading and using the app will notify the user of various term policy to ensure understanding that initiate conversation with the user to familiarize the app with their background, preferences, and other useful information. Subsequently, AI will generate and recommend content based on the user's shared interests such as artwork, music, or climate change campaign. The conversation will start by providing general topic and users would like to discuss, such as hobbies, favorite colors, or food preferences. Once the interests align, the moderator bot will begin its work. The AI moderator bot will assist in selecting conversation topics throughout the interaction, assisting the flow and smoothness of the conversation, and creating a memorable experience through the presentation of various content like videos or articles to prompt discussion. In accordance with laws previously introduced, theory of veil of ignorance, in the initial state, the app will not grant users access to all its features. However, the moderator bot will gradually unlock them based on the level of engagement and rapid established during the conversation. This unlocking process will resemble playing a game where users have to pass different levels, but in this case, they are unaware of the specific task they need to complete. The sequence of steps is as follows below. First, we start from only texting only, and then we can send a media like a photo, and then we can call to each other and can meet in person. And finally, the AI bot will suggest the option of the place where we can meet in the physically. After engaging in a conversation until a certain level of comfort and familiarity is achieved, the AI will then match users with other like-minded individuals to foster the growth and strength of a large community.
Next, we will be introducing the theories behind the application. The role of AI as a moderator is supported by various psychological theories, including the social penetration theory and extensive research, forming the foundation of our application's functionality. The essence of this approach lies in initiating conversations through ice-breaking techniques, such as employing the social penetration theory's onion model to facilitate reciprocal learning. The initial queries presented by the moderator bot maintain a non-specific nature, avoiding the disclosure of personal identities, focusing on topics like weather, hobbies, travel destinations, favorite foods, or preferred colors. The AI generates selectable topics that appeal to both users, akin to the matching algorithms employed in dating apps. Subsequently, the questions progress towards uncovering the motivations behind shared narratives and choices, delving into the depths of personal values and beliefs. Ultimately, AI matches individuals based on their mutual creative beliefs and preferences, fostering meaningful connections. In our efforts to counter stereotype threats, we implement strategies that integrate interventions aimed at fostering critical thinking and presenting a range of activities. These interventions are based on the 10 principles outlined in Liu et al.'s research. 3 key strategies employed are as follows. 1. Blurring group boundaries. This approach entails engaging in communication that encourages individuals to modify their perspectives, thereby diminishing the distinctions between individuals within and outside their respective groups. For example, posing questions such as, what similarities can be identified between men and women? Or inviting individuals to share their insights regarding the advantages of teamwork and the resultant outcomes it can yield. Second, promoting social belonging. Aiming to instill a sense of belonging among individuals, we showcase academic articles and news that underscore the potential contributions of our community members to society. Third, reducing distinctiveness. We employ activities like perspective-taking exercises to alleviate differences. These exercises prompt individuals to imagine themselves in the shoes of someone from a stereotyped group, fostering empathy and understanding by encouraging them to contemplate the unique experiences and perspectives of others. We expect that the thought-provoking questions generated by AI will not favor any specific group of people based on their race or gender, or contain bias or be as unbiased as best as possible. AI may present news or articles that promote positive relationships and challenge stereotypes associated with a particular race or ethnicity. The goal is to encourage lively and meaningful conversations between individuals and reduce biases and misconceptions across the board. In addition, a critical factor involves offering conversation topics that facilitate bonding and familiarity among participants through engaging inquiries. The moderator bot can employ various questions, such as the well-known 36 questions that lead to love, which have undergone research testing and demonstrated the ability to foster social connections and alleviate feelings of isolation. Among other notable examples, these questions encompass thought-provoking prompts like, would you desire fame? If so, in what manner? Prior to initiating a phone call, do you engage in rehearsing your discourse? What prompts this preparation? If given the opportunity to modify aspects of your upbringing, what would you alter? It is our conviction that AI-generated activities ought to be accompanied by appropriate references, enabling users to verify the sources of AI-generated suggestions. Ultimately, our aspiration is for AI to function as an advocator rather than a problem solver for users, thereby preserving their autonomy and capacity to make independent choices while facilitating profound interpersonal connections. Our solutions to the previously mentioned problems can be summarized as follows. 1. The problem of giving importance to superficial aspects such as appearance, gender, and attractiveness can be addressed by prioritizing in-depth topics that both parties are interested in. 2. The problem of social hierarchy can be addressed by creating a community that is built on shared interests and aims to improve society. 3. The issue of safety can be resolved by implementing features that can be gradually unlocked based on the progression of the conversation, coupled with training AI to be vigilant against both stereotype threats as well as threats in using technology and not knowing who is behind the screen on the other side.
Okay, for the final outcome and impact, what we believe in, what we want to see is the creation of innovations that qualify and uplift the human mind to grow, because we understand that the impact of technology is not always negative. Without technology, we would not have the opportunity and freedom to communicate and connect with each other so easily and quickly. We simply need to be more well-informed and cautious when we use technology, and specifically technology that involves AI. We hope greatly that in the future, AI will continue to be used in a peaceful, beneficial manner that continues to allow people the same freedoms and autonomy, especially in the terms of building relationships. We believe that our application will serve as a platform that can bring people with similar beliefs together and help guide those beliefs to be beneficial for both themselves and the greater society. Before expanding the social circle of connections within the app from 2 to 4 people, and then 4 to 8 people, and so on, the users will be able to enact true societal change, no matter if that change is inspiring and sharing art, music, food, tradition, or culture, or debating and discussing different issues such as global warming and social justice related issues. Ultimately, the happiness of humans is truly merely obtained by forming genuine good relationship, as suggested by the Glad study of Harvard, titled The Most Famous Longitudinal Study of Happiness. And that is the future that we hope for in creating Eudaimonium. For the technical improvement, the next one. Okay, it's about the data set, and we found that there are a lot of data set here, and this is some of the examples. The potential issues. Lastly, we would like to acknowledge a few limitations that needed to be further considered. 1. Data set selection. It is necessary to choose data that is unbiased, avoiding the creation or reinforcement of stereotypes. Additionally, utilizing natural conversational data may require multiple sources. 2. Geolocation limitations. Developing a reliable GPS and Wi-Fi system is essential to accurately present users with nearby options and facilitate real-world interaction to the highest degree. 3. Building user trust. We must be cautious in handling users' personal data and provide clear terms and policies to establish trust and transparency. Thank you so much for attending our presentation. We would like to end with our slogan, let's be shared, let's use Eudaimonium. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Supanat and Parima, for your very interesting presentation. And I really wish that your project becomes a reality. I'd be very excited to see this app, becoming a real app that people are using. So we have quite a few minutes left for questions and discussion. Anybody would like to have any question for Supanat and Parima? I am thinking about your project, and at first I thought about whether or how different your project is from, in the old days of the internet, people didn't have graphics. People only used text-based communication. You can think of platforms such as pantip.com or email, just simple emails, right? Or email groups where you can send one email to a whole bunch of people. And in the old days, people really had a hard time attaching graphics or using HTML, fancy email stuff, only text. So perhaps you might want to say a little bit about how your current project, because you want to distinguish your app from like Tinder, right? And Tinder is all graphic. You see only pictures, and you swipe either left or right. That's what Tinder is all about. So, but you would like to conceal that, to hide that feature, so that people don't have the kind of problems that you talk about. But how different this is from like pantip.com or other text-based forms of communication.
Okay. In my opinion, I see that those text-based is just like an open platform that you can discuss anything, and you can see that like in Pantip, if there will be some like people that have prejudice and biases, and takes them to reply, and there is no like a moderator to control this or make awareness to those people. That distinguish from our app that we created the AI moderator bot to alleviate this issue. Any comment from Parima?
Yeah, I'd like to add on to Supanat's point. I wanted to say that the main difference is that we have the moderator bot to help facilitate conversation. And so the difference between Pantip is, as Supanat mentioned, it's an open platform, firstly, there is no moderator in that sense, but also there's no specific intention towards like building genuine relationships or actually enacting social good. Our app actually focuses on those within the implementation of the moderator bot, as opposed to Pantip, which more widely just allows people to share their opinions, which does not necessarily enact productive social change or like form relationships between the users that are interacting.
Yeah, really interesting. We have people in the group. We are a small group, so we can just be informal and get to know one another. So we have Nancy and Pearl and Nanta and Tanupat. Anybody would like to say something?
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, can you
Silaprapa, and also yes, sorry,
Uh,
and Silaprapa, she's one of the group, one of the incubating feminist AI project.
how do you ensure that your app is like inclusive and accessible to different groups of people, including those who may have limited access to technology?
So
That would be a challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it is in the next development process. The accessibility of their phone will be help that issues.
I'd like to add on. I think it is hard for us to work with the issue of people that don't have the technology to use the application. However, we can make it more accessible to people of different identities by firstly creating more options in the app. Like, for example, we would not need to enforce heterosexual like options in relationship seeking. They can be both romantic and non-romantic. And furthermore, we can create more options for gender, as well as like in the nature of our app as revealing more about people as they go rather than simply categorizing people at the start. I think that is more inclusive because it gives people more flexibility in how they want to like categorize themselves while using the app.
Okay. Furthermore, I would like to add to the very much that if we can foster and create a big sense of community, and also the AI would enhance about the topic that raise some social issue, and this topic is the one that AI will advocate the users that we have to include for many people as possible. And if we have a strong community, I think we can include as many as possible.
Yeah, really interesting. I'm thinking of Tinder. Well, when you start Tinder, it will ask you whether you are a man or a woman or some other, and it asks, if I remember, because I haven't been using this for a long time, it asks, what are you looking for? Because the whole purpose of Tinder is, to find a girlfriend or boyfriend or, somebody to, be in a romantic kind of relationship. So, are you thinking about the same thing? Because there is a difference between apps such as Tinder and social media such as Facebook. In Facebook, it doesn't ask you, what are you looking for and so on. Just ask for your password and your email, and then you let loose, so to speak, and you can find your friends over there. So what are you thinking of Eudaimonium? Is it like more like Tinder, finding one-on-one relationship, or is it like Facebook? You find a lot of friends there, or
I think we can give
yeah,
option to.
Parima.
Yeah, Parima can go first.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think we can give people the option for both.
Yeah.
Like if they are interested in seeking a relationship, then they probably can be suggested to talk with other people that are seeking exclusive relationships. When like conversing with the AI bot. On the other hand, if they just want to make friends or find like kind and safe community, then they can just tell the AI moderator bot that, hey, I'm just seeking friends on this app, for example, or like platonic relationships. And then they can be matched with other people with like similar intent and motivations.
Yeah. Ryu, you have something to add?
Yes, okay. Furthermore, on the other hand, we position ourselves that this application is not an online dating app, but is app that give a chance to the users to create their own relationship. So no matter what you are seeking, a romantic relationship or friends, it's not force you to find those specific kind of relationship. You can come, like I say, from the John Law's theory, you can forget about what you are seeking for the relationship and come here to our application. We match from the topic that both of you are interested in, and then if you talk to each other, discuss about that topic that your core belief or anything else that, and then if you find is, oh, okay, I think he or she or them, maybe my lover, it can be, or just be friends, or any relationship that all of you can create by yourself.
Yeah, really interesting. Oh, by the way, I have some announcements from the project. We are in the process of getting at least 2 funding grants from the main project, from the main, feminist AI project, so that people who get the grants can develop their ideas into a full paper. So you imagine a chapter in a book or a paper in a journal, things like that, for quite substantial, like 8,000 Canadian dollars. So 1 Canadian is a bit less than $1 US. So you can imagine. But it's not formalized yet. Perhaps, those of us who are in the group, you might have some ideas that you want to develop. I mean, every project must answer this big question, how AI can contribute to a gender equal society. So perhaps, you two, Ryu and Nadia, can develop this project into, a more substantial form, and there will be some grants. If you are interested, you can talk. I will can talk with you about this later, but other people can come up with their ideas also. And if you know your friends who are interested in, writing a paper or doing some research, or have an idea for an app, but you have to write a paper in support, finding some theoretical support of the app, like what you have been presenting, because you are citing quite a large number of references. So this can be developed into a paper. So if you are interested, and if this materialized, right now we are only talking about this because it's not part, has not been an official part of the project yet, because we could have some money left. In any case, you can contact me if you are interested in this small grants. So anybody has anything to say, to comment? Fern, do you have anything else to say or to ask the team? Okay, if there is no more question, let me thank both Ryu and Nadia a lot. And for Nadia, it's early in the morning, so I thank you a lot for getting up early. And it's this really early in Boston. So we'll keep in touch. And you both are part of the center. You are my assistants, but I don't have much for you to assist yet, but we will keep in touch for sure. So I would like to end this meeting, and further announcements, further information about the next meeting like this or other forms of activities will be announced soon. So thanks a lot. And I would like to end our meeting here.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon.